Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cracking open a really interesting source. It's not your typical research paper or book.
No, not at all. We've done some personal gardening notes here from a listener, actually. The post is called Growing Dwarf Yellow Mussaenda.
Exactly. So we're diving into one person's sort of journey with this specific plant, their choices, what they saw, what they're planning next.
Yeah, and our mission really is to unpack these notes, see if we can find those, universal nuggets of wisdom tucked away in this very specific green-thumbed project.
What can we learn from this gardener that applies maybe, well, beyond the garden? Let's find out.
Okay, so the notes kick off right where you'd expect the beginning, choosing the actual plant.
Right. They talk about looking at different species, thinking about their own specific garden conditions, their microclimate.
And matching it to their gardening style, too. It's not just, oh, that looks pretty. It feels much more deliberate, a thoughtful selection.
And that whole process led them to this Dwarf Yellow Mussaenda. They called it an excellent choice.
Yeah, and the key reason seems to be that fit. It wasn't just liking the plant. It was finding something that genuinely worked with their conditions and what they wanted to achieve.
It really highlights how crucial that initial check is, doesn't it? For suitability. Doesn't matter if it's gardening or, starting some other project.
Absolutely. And, the notes immediately show the payoff of doing that groundwork.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, the description of the plant thriving is just really vivid. They say it flourishes with consistent care. They get specific, mentioning the bright yellow star-shaped flowers and those distinctive, large, white, leaf-like bracts. It's clear they're really looking closely, paying attention.
So it underscores that value of just, well, simple, consistent observation, actually seeing what's happening, not just assuming or hoping.
Exactly. Looking for those signs that show it's really doing well. But then the notes go a step further than just describing its health. They bring in a comparison, which is interesting. They explicitly state the Mussaenda has superior hardiness and faster growth rate compared to Bougainvillea.
Another shrub they were looking at, maybe?
Seems like it. And this comparison point is, I think, quite crucial. It moves from just observing to actually analyzing.
Right. You're stacking it up against something else.
Precisely. By comparing it, they get a much clearer picture of the Mussaienda's success in their garden. It's not just doing okay on its own, it's actively outperforming another option.
That makes sense. It validates their initial choice, gives them more confidence in that plant.
Yeah, it's a powerful lesson, isn't it? Sometimes you need that comparison to really understand performance or appreciate success.
Okay, so they've confirmed. Good choice. It's thriving based on observation, and it holds up well in comparison. What's the next logical step in these notes?
They look ahead, which feels natural. Once you know something works well, what do?
You want more of it.
Exactly. They mention wanting to propagate more of it. Makes perfect sense. Expand on success.
But there was something else, too, wasn't there? About shaving.
Yes. They want to delve into methods for shaping its foliage, aiming for a denser form and more abundant blooms.
So that's moving beyond just basic care. It's about actively guiding its development, trying to enhance it aesthetically.
It shows a deeper level of engagement, definitely. Not just letting it be, but cultivating it.
And they actually call this shaping part an ongoing project.
Right. That wording is important. It implies, commitment, consistent effort over time, not a one-off task. It's about tending to the plant's form, its output, long-term.
So, wrapping this up then, what are the main takeaways from digging into these gardening notes?
Well, you see a really clear, effective process unfold, don't you? It starts with that intentional selection.
Based on conditions, yeah. Then careful observation to how it's actually doing.
Then using comparison, not just to check, but to validate and add context.
And finally, looking forward, planning to expand and refine, seeing it as this ongoing commitment.
This whole gardening project, especially that idea of shaping a plant over time, this ongoing project thing, it obviously takes a lot of patience and careful observation, consistent effort.
It really makes you think,
Mm-hmm.
what does embarking on that kind of long-term nurturing process, whether it's a plant or something else, teach us about applying that same patience and observation to, well, to any field or goal we're trying to cultivate in our own lives?
That's a great thought to leave things on. Definitely something to ponder.
Indeed. We'll leave it there for you to consider until our next deep dive.